Hello and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Last time we exited Dargonis after talking to Drivestem and appointing House Abelard's family, I forget his last name, Wazarian, House Wazarian as the second in command for the whole place. With Drivestem, I think he was kind of upset about that. And then immediately we had Dargonis have two things happen. First off, the one of the colonies had a factory thing blow up, and then everyone had to run away. And we think it might be sabotage, but we weren't sure for sure. I think it was sabotage, so I went with the, hey, maybe we should have a checkpoint for them, right? Just so we know who they are before we let them into the other cities, in case there are saboteurs or heretics or something. Nope, it's not just a checkpoint, it's a death camp. So we basically did Auschwitz to everyone that survived that. I didn't mean it that way, but I wanted just to check them, and then, hey, if there are those guys in there, we might kill them. We don't want those kinds of people. But to kill everyone is a little much. Anyway, we did that, and now we're building a space elevator there. And we have a quest to go for this one planet of drive stems. But I said, screw that, we're gonna go north for, yeah, we're gonna go this way to Odonathus 11, which is where, ooh, they're actually pretty close, to be honest. We're gonna go here, hopefully, by the end of this episode, because we were gonna try to find where Coonrad ended up. And then we'll probably go back to there. Is there any other systems I haven't visited yet? Not really, no. I visited every system so far, so unless I scan up more around here, and maybe I missed one back here or something. Otherwise, that's all of the systems. Anyway, so let's go from here to Pelium Solitas. The bridge is thrumming with the sound of endless officer reports. Everything. Oh, red hair. Okay, you're Juliet. This is the one conversation that got cut off, sadly, but we can redo it now. Basically, she is going to try to explain how she sees things, I think it is. How she sees the world. Yeah, you posed me a question not long ago, and now I am here to present you the answer. Okay. Then listen to my answer. You may struggle to comprehend what is to be said, being accustomed to reveling in your own might and skewing the world to suit your own. Pitch your understanding not towards my words, but the sense that lies hidden in the shade of their sounds. You try to split the world into pieces, to fragment it into light and dark, truth and lies, self and other. But I see the world as a single whole, and in this lies its simplicity and complexity. It is not enough simply to see the world and hear its voices, you must understand it. Think of the Lilithan, the world on which our paths crossed. What is it truly? Was its essence? Blah, blah, blah. I said Lilithan. You're rushing it. Try again. Do it slower. So I did this and I pronounced it. If you want to read again, I think I recorded this already, but in case I didn't, you can read through. Excuse me, sorry. Oh. I think I'm beginning to understand. You're capable of seeing more than you know. Instead of lifeless, instead of a ship, I live on real planets. 1K lives so fast, or dies so fast, but we live longer. Yeah, we get it. Must be cool. Because they were technically immortal until the whole Slanesh thing. Like, they wouldn't die from old age, and they ruled the galaxy for the most part, and they had webways, so they didn't have to rely on demon travel. So honestly, in all instances, they were immortal. I never expected you to say such things in reference to me. I'm but speaking truth. Your soul shines brightly in this world. I see you, and this will never change. That is all. Thank you for telling me. And what do you make of it? How differently do you see the world? I also see something greater in the world around me. Oh yeah, I also see something greater in the world around me, something deeper than the outer guise of me. I feel like I believe that, because I really appreciate nature and history and stuff like that. Like, I like to see the past, and I like to look around at stuff. Not a lot of people seem to like that as much anymore, because you got technology and phones. I can't speak too critically, because I am on a video game right now, so. But, yeah, I feel like people need to pay more attention to the world around them as well as the people, because if so, I feel like things would just be better overall. Anyway, I also see stuff great in the world around me. And what does that mean? Yeah. I see the uniqueness of every creature, everything, and it pleases me. I can follow the line of your thoughts. Every form, color, creature, and being possesses its own charm and capacity to stir our emotions. Millions of stars in the darkness, the inimitability of void crystals, the plethora of intelligent and primitive life forms that inhabit the galaxy. The world manifests itself in endless diversity, and in that lies its true magnificence. Now that we have each shared our truth about this world, I would like to know if your thoughts about me align with those of your kin, or if you see me differently. You are intelligent and highly dangerous, to be honest. Even without your sniper, which is crazy, you're faster, you're somewhat smarter. You are able to, if you have any wraith bone on you, you can make whatever you want, which is insane. You're more emotionally intelligent because you're more in tune with your emotions than most humans, so. That's true. You are a foreign yet beguiling world. I hope that one day I'll come to know you, and on that day my own world will become much deeper. It seems there are many facets of your soul that I have not considered. Interesting. I accept your answer and thank you for speaking with me. That is the first conversation on board this vessel that has truly brought serenity and joy to my soul. Let's go. Everyone deserves to be happy. Bro, can we get... I have DLC, there should be something popping up, right? For new rumors.
Greetings.
You don't have anything on that. You probably won't. I wish they had more to talk about, because we've been to 3 planets.
What you wish to know about? You will hear no objection from me, Lord Captain. Reading Xenos' colors has always been a grueling challenge for me. The boundless palette of colors Iliad emanates is too painful to look at. Her hues are bright, blinding, unnatural, and very, very dangerous, Lord Captain. I would never entrust my safety to a being that screams so loudly and clearly of its alienness to human perception.
So we're being racist.
The colorful shards of stained glass have risen up and enveloped Magos Haneman in a swirl of speculations. The silvery glint of metal no longer conceals his anxiety, nor does his scarlet robe conceal his doubts. The canvas of Kibella's soul has become a battlefield. I see sparks of acid green doubt giving rise to new shades of regret, pride, and cruelty. They are ruining her former palette of anthracite and scarlet, mixing into ever more murky and frightening colors.
That's not good.
I haven't...
Because the demon, when we were first talking to the Bloodspun Web, was like, all it takes is a push, and the Bloodspun Web, along with, I'd guess, Cabela, could become evil. And from the sounds of it, either she's changing her ways to fit mine, or she is becoming evil because of what I've said. I do have a thing, yeah, I forgot. I have a data slate from Dargonis. Right. Stab true. The machine spirit has revealed the contents of the encrypted data, and I hereby pass it to you. This is where I reach the limit of my authorization, but you now have the option to review the decrypted data personally. I received Theodora von Valancius's personal notes. Rogue trader like a lackey. It is humiliating and dispiriting to put up with the part of an errand servant to an imperious madman vested with even greater power than that of any rogue trader. Alas, when one side of the scales holds my pride, and the other the fate of the von Valancius protectorate and my entire bloodline, choice becomes a futile illusion. It would be far too naive of me not to prepare for the worst. Epitaph will decide the future of the expanse as a whole, but I have some time at my disposal until then. Heirs with the von Valancius blood in them will soon be located and brought to me. I cannot afford to delay the choice of successor any longer. So either she's talking about being an errand servant to a madman. That madman, I'm thinking, is either the Emperor himself, which that would have really bad implications. That or the head of the Inquisitorius. The database decryption procedure has been completed without complication. The incident breathed life and marked the beginning of all. It marked the beginning of Nomos. It created Nomos. Oh, there's some here. Okay. Epitaph brought her to the beginning. Epitaph begot the incident, that which destroyed. The incident became the starting point. It breathed life and marked the beginning of all. It marked the beginning of Nomos. It created Nomos. What is that? Unacceptable deviation, violation of the sacred protocols, possibility of tech heresy. Omnissiah, shield us from all heresy. Now it's in the programming. What was that just now? A catastrophic mistake, a heinous violation of the purity of the hallowed code. This mechanism is touched by heresy. It is branded and tainted by it. Now the machine spirit produces code as before, and yet, Lord Captain, heed my plea. All operations on this machine must be halted until the Engine Seer Prime has inspected it. I saw a word along the lines of code, Nomos. What does it mean? That is a mystery to me. If this mechanism truly is tainted, then could it be? If heresy truly has taken a hold of this machine spirit and scorned the Omnissiah's every tenet, then the spirit's madness could be such that it has chosen a name for itself. But that is nothing more than my hypothesis. You will report this to Pascal. My knowledge is insufficient to cleanse the code of this mechanism. I will inform the esteemed Engine Seer Prime of this disturbing development. Only he has the power to expel the heresy from this corrupted machine spirit. Well, that's not good.
May the Exalted One protect you. Have you grown bored without our little talk, Shireen?
I will help you acquire a merchant certificate.
Oh, Shireen! Thank you for such generosity. I will humbly wait until you steer your vessel towards Dargonus. The Mercatum Tabula Officiale. It sounds almost as majestic as the warrant of trade. Oh.
Did I get the first part? I can't remember. I gotta go to Janus again. Yep, for the other seal. Pascal.
The Omnissiah knows all.
Never mind. Wait, can I ask you about...
The request is, and I am honored to...
I was gonna ask him if he had anything new about the whole incident where they're like, you are not who you say you are. What's the future?
All right.
Nothing new.
I'm sorry, Lord.
Come on, give me something.
Take heed, Nemo. Our blessed Domin honors us with a visit. The one who delivered this ark from the...
Okay, Nemo, bruh. Are you alright? I'm gonna listen silently. She's not moving. Only barest flicker of her eyes beneath her closed lids lets you know she is still alive at least. I'm gonna wait a while. For the first time, she takes a deep breath in through her nose and barely audibly exhales. Her body remains as relaxed as ever. I think she's meditating. Yeah. This is the meditation you told me about, isn't it? She either doesn't hear me or she's ignoring. I'm gonna sit down beside and wait. It seems you're gonna take a while. Ooh, willpower. The gilded chrono in your hand tells you that 2 watch hours have already elapsed. Your muscles feel stiff and your head feels heavy on your neck. When you next glance around the small section of the bridge that Yurliet has adapted for her own use, you catch someone's sharp, attentive gaze.
You are still here, Elentak.
Ah, wow. You were deep in a special Eldari meditation, weren't you?
Yes. I am sometimes surprised by the depth of your knowledge of my kind's customs, Elentak. But even if listening is your only skill, that in itself elevates you above billions of other monkey.
Okay.
My meditation is immersion. Immersion into myself, my inner world. It is my chance to speak to myself, but without words, or to heal wounds that cannot be seen with ordinary sight. It is difficult to explain, even in the language of the children of Asurian. There are so many meanings and shades in its sound alone, and the monkey tongue is too sparse and awkward. No. Immersion must be seen to be realized. I should say, Elentak, that during meditation, the mind does not leave the body. Part of it remains vigilant, monitoring what is taking place outside. So I heard every word you said, and I saw everything you did.
Interesting.
Restraint is not a trait that your kind is known for. And yet, you did not interrupt my immersion, Elentak. A worthy act. I will remember this.
Interesting. That's cool. So you're like in a meditative state, in yourself, able to heal, kind of like if you guys have ever watched Stargate, Teal'c can do a thing called Kalnor Reem, I think it's called. Basically the same thing. You get to go into a meditative state and you can heal yourself, and you can do all sorts of stuff and properly rest and all that. But you're still able to see everything and hear everything, which is interesting. That'd be so cool. So do you need to sleep ever, even? Anyway. So you knew I was here the whole time and you did not even bat an eye?
Immersion requires concentration and unity of mind, body, and spirit. Entering this state unprepared, or coming out of it suddenly, can be harmful.
Mm-hmm. We have pressing matters to discuss. Am I still unworthy? Oh, I thought with that, it's like I will remember you. Yurliet will remember this top left corner, but nope. It's fine. There's no new compartments, right? No. Maybe I started this DLC too late. I don't know. Hopefully we can do it still. One second. I'm gonna go back to the bridge. I'm gonna check with Heinrichs. I did not check with Heinrichs or Abelard. Abelard probably will have something to say because I appointed his family as my secretaries, basically, second in command.
Lord Captain, as you wish. Lord Captain. I am a widower. I am a father of 4, and if my information is not outdated, a grandfather of 11. Of course. A noble aspiration, Lord Captain.
Nothing
As you
here.
wish, Lord Captain.
You guys need some new dialogue for the new stuff that's happened, I feel like.
To what do I owe this visit? I'm usually the one interested in the past.
Okay. Nothing, my bad. That was a waste of time. Honestly, I should probably listen to Heinrichs more because he was right about several things, but it's whatever. This is my gameplay, not his. Alright, so we got Pilgrim here. This might be good actually, because we do know where Phlogiston is at. I don't know if I give him the planets like the other one, the what's it called? Fellowship of the Void ship that I was wondering where burning planets were. Or if I have to actually give you resources. Bones in the desert. After analyzing the augury data, the officers were surprised to discover that the planet was once covered with oceans. Long ago, an unknown cataclysm caused the seas to dry out and turn the world into a lifeless desert. The most amazing discovery of all was the skeletal remains of colossal oceanic organisms, some large enough to be seen from orbit. So we got leviathans? Dang. Life is fragile, even for creatures this enormous. That's pretty cool. I wish I did more with that. Give me more. If you're just gonna give me lore like that, do more of it then. Because you don't get to do much with that. I want to see something, maybe art at least. Overgrown biodome. Overgrown trees and ivy-covered roots conceal an ancient biodome nestled in one of the crevices. It would have been impossible to locate this place without the precise coordinates from the armillary sphere. Explore the biodome. The structure is in a state of gross disrepair. Creepers cover the walls and ceilings, and pungent flowers and berries hang from the beams and equipment alike. The center of the structure reveals a sealed chamber where vegetation has yet to break through. Inside is a humble bunk, a decayed body sprawled over it, tables with blueprints, parts, and tools, and a great number of chests containing treasure. Examine the room and the body. Judging by the dead man's clothes, the diary pages, and the monograms on the blueprints, you realize that you have found the final resting place of the legendary Captain Bartholomeus Ort. During his long and adventurous life, he traveled the entire expanse, mapping out numerous star systems, and, in his later years, realizing his life's work, the armillary sphere that he imbued with the sum of his knowledge. The device on your ship is undoubtedly his creation. While the Adeptus Mechanicus were still hotly debating whether or not he had committed the crime of invention, Bartholomeus disappeared without a trace, leaving only a single message. I have gathered treasures from hundreds of worlds, but they will not be handed over to the covetous lords of the expanse. Instead, I bequeath my riches to one who cherishes the shine of the stars, who more than any gold or rubies. It seems that you happen to be this very person. I got some Xenos artifact and 3 profit. Nice. Oh, and I got some other stuff too. The shuttle's hold is bursting with untold riches. You leave the Forgotten Dome at the mercy of the invading wilderness and its inhabitants. So I got Tamer of the Empyrean, 1 second, it's being slow. There you go. Tamer of the Empyrean. If psychic phenomena or perils of the warp are triggered, the wearer gains +1 psi rating during their next turn. Death Cult Blade. Honestly, that can go in cargo. And Stolen Breath. Whenever the wearer's ally dies in combat, the wearer immediately gains +5 weapon skill and ballistic skill until the end of combat. Additionally, if the wearer has Heretic, they gain +10 toughness stacks. Like, why is it always for evil characters? I want some good stuff and some what's it called? Something for Iconoclast and something for the Faith one. Augur's Anomaly. Before you is a burning world, an inhospitable place at the mercy of a perpetual inferno due to its suffocating atmosphere and close proximity to the system's star. The firestorms on its surface never cease. What could the Casbilica be looking for at such a place? Utilize the full capabilities of the augurs to locate something unusual on the planet. After many long hours spent analyzing the augur data, the tech priests noticed something unusual. A number of constructions of artificial origin can be detected under the planet's surface. They are too vast and peculiar to have been created by humans, but their geometric shapes and other properties clearly indicate they were put together by sentient beings of some kind. Unfortunately, there are traces of human activity next to the mysterious constructions. It looks like somebody found a way to land on the planet and set up an archaeological dig. These ancient monuments have been stripped of anything of value or interest, but other burning worlds may yield new discoveries. Okay. Now we got the Pilgrim. The Pilgrim greets you courteously and asks how the rogue trader is faring. Okay. Ask why the Pilgrim needs phlogiston. The captain's coarse laughter echoes forth from the Vox. Phlogiston is a part and parcel of many different aspects of life in the Imperium. How exactly his customers are going to use it is none of his concern. All that the Pilgrim promises is that the phlogiston will be used for the good of humanity. Jay immediately remarks that someone without a name is not to be trusted. Deals with such people do not tend to end well. If she were you, she would first find out his secrets, then scrupulously remove him from the equation. Pascal becomes visibly animated at the mention of phlogiston, though indifferent to the prospect of a deal with the shadowy individual. The Magos nonetheless recommends you find out more about phlogiston deposits. Your own protectorate would benefit from the knowledge. Sister Argenta sincerely believes the words of the Pilgrim. A cowl or a golden aquila are no prerequisites for being his true servant. If the captain sincerely wants to help the Imperium, perhaps by his own methods, there is nothing questionable about extending a helping hand. Propose a deal, information in exchange for phlogiston. The captain of the Dark Piercer is in the best of spirits. In gratitude for your invaluable help, he sends you a small box containing ancient maps and documents. They appear to speak of a certain imperial world lost many centuries ago. Profit and experience. Then, in a somewhat conspiratorial tone, the Pilgrim relates a story about a standoff between two Xenos fleets, which he was told by an acquaintance. The person in question, sadly enough, died at the hands of the Inquisition before they were able to pass on the coordinates for the crash site of one of the Xenos ships. However, the Pilgrim knows for a fact that the vessel met its demise on an ocean world. Should I have killed them? I don't know. They gave me information. Anyway. Okay. So I'm looking for an ocean world for loot. Interessante. I'm gonna go to Narmer. Why is it so much to go there? Lord Captain, we have received a transmission from the Adeptus Arbites. There you go. There's the DLC. Base of operations on Dargonis. Proctor Solomorn Anthar is invoking a pact made with her ladyship Theodora and asks for an audience. How are we to respond? Who are these guys, actually? I don't know. The Adeptus Arbites is an organization that defends and upholds the Imperium's sacred code of law known as the Lex Imperialis. Okay, so they're police. That's kind of cool, actually. What business did Theodora conduct with the Adeptus Arbites? Am I saying that wrong? Arbites? Arbites? Arbites sounds kind of cool, though. Anyway. Unfortunately, Lady Theodora seldom shared any details of the sort with her crew, though I do not know that she met with the Arbites frequently. I'm going to say Arbites from now on. Very well. I'll meet him. I will send word to Chancellor Wazarian about arranging a meeting with the Arbites delegation. I'm gonna have to go over there now. They're making it difficult. Anyway, let's go to Narmer 4. So we got pirates there. I'm gonna go around top to bottom. Deal with them last. Arid world with some phlogiston and traces of meteorite. The ship's augurs have detected a non-native mineral cluster on the planet's surface, probably the remains of an ancient asteroid shower. The substance is valuable, but collecting it will not be easy. The asteroid sits right above numerous underground caverns. The asteroid, or the ancient tunnels and vaults are incredibly unstable and would likely not bear the weight of a large group of humans, let alone a shuttle. Take a risk and send a shuttle. The crew's expertise made it possible to collect the mineral without disturbing the ancient caverns. So I can get plasteel or phlogiston. I can get both, actually. I have 19 extractions, so honestly I can do it. Another cache. Ah, we got another tech. Archaeotech mechanism fragment. Yep. So I think we have... How many do we have? 3? This is... Archaeotech mechanism... Yeah, so we should have 3 now. And 1 provision, that's not worth an extraction. And now we'll go here. You don't have to fight, pirates. But you're gonna make me. And you're gonna regret it. Now we can spit out 2 ships a turn. And they can go crazy on them. Got 2 like smaller ships and 1 medium-sized ship on the side. That's pattern torpedoes. How do I shoot out? How do I shoot out my drones? I do not know. Missed them, bro. Yeah, don't mess with me. I'm gonna jump. No. Gonna make a Yui. I thought it was to the right, my bad. I'm gonna get the shields ready. And then, make the right stronger. And that'll be my thing. Oh, I can't end them. Ooh. Hopefully it doesn't have a good turn right there. Get him. You're not getting away. Alrighty. Now we're gonna take control of torpedoes. On here. There we go, and then we're gonna make a Yui turn. You can't disengage, bro. It's too late for you. Boom. Easy peasy. And nothing there. Okay. Now, what's back here? No. Come on. Is that just telling me that there's a planet there? Eh. Meet with the Adeptus Arbites. Well, I don't want to go all the way back there. I just came from there. So I'm going to jump here. Warp emanations have filled the plasma drive bay. Demons having appeared out of thin air, are twisting the appearances and minds of the crew. Some of the Voidsmen are being turned into mutant psychers. This must be stopped at once. I'll do it personally. Take out Heinrichs for you. And we'll have a battle servitor, which will hopefully help.
None shall stand in my way.
Just making sure none of these can be done. This is what happened. Okay, they're reaping. Some chemicals for efficiency. I could do that. Yeah, I think I agreed that I would make the bombs. Because this won't do me anything. Actually, that would do. That'd be good for either Cassia. That would just be Cassia. Because she has Dogmatic 2 or 3 by now. So that'd be more damage and more stuff. But I don't know. This I could get security and whatever these are. Gain 1 AP and immediately resets cooldowns on all attacks and attack abilities. But at the start of the next turn, they gain staggered. This gives... I can't even do it anyway, I don't think. All bleeding. All enemies suffering that get minus this dodge. And this gives a sword. Oh. Grants an additional area attack that affects all adjacent cells around the wielder. +1 damage per target in area of effect. And it has the same as every other sword. And that's pretty good. That could be good for Abelard, because we're going to be making him a shield and sword user, I think, unless I just stick with this guy we're going to get for the DLC. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to do this. Cure for sloths. Since the grimy masses are so lazy, a wise lord will add substances to their daily communion that ensures obedience and diligence. Once purified and distilled, these truly miraculous plant-based chemicals will make a commoner forget their fatigue and their purposeless pastimes. And once their body is burnt out and withered, they will simply be replaced by a new worker. That's a little extreme. I like the idea until it's like, oh, it works them to death. There you go, and we got the space elevator. You just get 4 people. 4 people just automatically. I do need people for deals and other things. 3 people for 2 efficiency and -2 complacency. And some provisions. Efficiency. Get a weapon called the Zealot. Medium range. 3 shots doing 24 each. Honestly, not that good. Escort ship. Ooh, we get a ally in battle. We get more scrap for winning space battles, which we always do because we're amazing. 2 of everything, minus some security, but only for 4 players. That's pretty good. This gives us the same, but we get crits against pirates instead of more scrap. We get more with the Imperial Navy security, and we get some weapons. Oh, this one's really good because of the 2 Xenotech and Adamantine. Who cares about the Imperial Navy? Do this. More and more ships arrive in orbit around Dargonus. The reduction of duties and the reining of customs will allow the black market to flourish, able to compete directly with Footfall. Let's go. Plus, shouldn't you have 10
Follow my
security?
lead.
Unless I should go back to that place again. To the space station.
Take a knee and bow before me.
We got a psyker. Where's our combat servitor? Okay, we just have Zinchtings. Where's my... I guess we'll pop them, probably. I'll go here. Have a lot of here, actually, because there's a lot down here. We'll go here and deal with these. Pascal will go here and deal with these. Push them up. Cassia will go here to get a good look on everyone. Argento will go here. And Aurelia will go here. Same thing, need the eye on everyone. You'll be by yourself, but we can kill that guy next year.
All too easy. Suits my purposes.
Front line. See to here.
Nothing I can't do.
That works. Let's just recover efficiency and all that. You guys. And for pure damage, we need you to one-shot everything, so.
Already done.
And then this will do that. For you.
Nothing I can't do.
Do this.
Not a problem for me.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands.
That worked. Alright. Now we're going to take a shot at you.
Suits my purposes.
Or we're not, we're just going to miss. I should have done this one as well.
Step aside. The navigator is
Cassian.
coming.
I thought you were the other one. I thought you were Abelard. God. Nice. Yeah. Abelard will take a tiny bit, but that's fine.
What is the ring?
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
And then I'll make a front line for you. I can't really do that actually. Do this. Never mind. Because they're out of range, I guess.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
I understand your intent.
Go. We'll do this.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Doubt is for the weak. Nothing can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Go. I think I'm gonna move up.
Guided by faith.
I can't reach.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Whoops, wrong one.
I'll do it.
I'll mark you for death. And I'll do this. Defensive stance. What is this area? I think if I charge here, never mind, that's not how far I want to charge.
One fewer target. Victory is imminent. Someone else
Where
can
you
do
as
this.
a target in case you attack me and I get an attack of opportunity. There's just so many of them, bro. Well, I can do this, set
Activate
everyone on fire.
Force Mode Sacrament.
Eat.
My vow is to serve. The Omnissiah
Do
knows
it and
all,
spread some
comprehends all.
poison to everyone if I can. I can and I will.
The scriptural prophecy